Hey everyone, and welcome back to BMX News. This is a weekly BMX news show where I talk about everything that happened in the previous week within the world of BMX that I think you guys might care about. That being said, the first thing that I have to talk about this week, the biggest, the headline of the title and the thumbnail, is that the first person in the world to ever qualify for freestyle BMX to be in the Olympics has done it. Hannah Roberts has qualified for the Olympics, and she's done so several months before anyone else will know if they've qualified or not. That's how dominant she's been in all of the contests in the past couple years, and it means that she's the first person to ever qualify to be in the Olympics for freestyle BMX. It's a historical moment. It might not feel like a huge thing right now for most of the people who are watching this, but right now, the first person to ever qualify for the Olympics in freestyle BMX has done it months before everyone else, and it was a teenage girl. That's pretty awesome. And it also shows she's got a pretty good chance at taking home the gold in this. And it says in the article that I've linked in the description below that her coaches were unofficially notified in November of 2019. That means November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. 8 months ahead of time before anyone else will know if they've qualified. Hannah Roberts has made history and qualified for the Olympics. And just, was anyone questioning this? Honestly, she was always going to qualify. She was always going to make it. And the chances of her taking home the gold in this were always higher than anyone else. And anyone who's ever seen her compete knows this. She wins almost every single contest that she enters. And if she doesn't win, Paris Benegas is usually the person who gets first. And Paris is also competing for the US. So those points go together. And it means that Paris and Hannah Roberts could both be in the Olympics if the US keeps that top spot. So if you want to read the article that I got this information from, it's linked in the description below, as well as links to everything else that I'm going to talk about today in the order that I talk about it. Next, let's talk about Simple Session 2020 because it's going down this weekend and there were events that actually already went down. So first of all, I've got the schedule linked in the description below. Practice and qualifying go down today and tomorrow. Qualifying is tomorrow. It starts at 8 a.m. if you want to watch the live stream. That's 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so figure out your time schedule based on that. Then on Sunday, the finals start to go down at 8:50 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it starts with women's finals. So after that, we had a video from practice, and then we had a video from the best trick contest that went down Thursday night at a completely different place on a little street-ish setup that they had, where Alex Kennedy took the win with a 180, maybe over crook to bar spin to fakie out. I don't even know what trick he did, to be honest with you. Maybe someone can let me know in the comments down below, but if you want to see that, it's a really short video over on Dig's YouTube channel. There was also a few other things in this video that I literally just couldn't comprehend that you're gonna have to see to understand that happened at this best trick contest. Joris Colum was in here, Devin Smiley, Alex Kennedy, like I said, and Brock Rayford, as well as some more people in here, and I've already talked about it for probably longer than the video is, so I'm gonna move on to the one piece of sponsorship news that we have this week, and that is that Stephan Atencio is now on WeThePeople. We talked about his video that came out recently where he did some of the biggest stuff ever, and it had an awesome song, and it was just an amazing video all around. Well, that video helped land him a spot on the WeThePeople AM team, where they had nothing but nice things to say in their announcement, and the photo that they had up on Instagram with this announcement is a gigantic 360. Like, this dude had to be more than 15 feet off the ground for this 360, and I'm assuming they wouldn't post it unless he landed it, so I'm hoping to see that soon. After that, we have so many videos to talk about this week. It seems like there's nothing but videos this week. And the first one I want to talk about comes from someone that you might not have heard of yet, but after you watch the video, you're gonna want to see more riding from. His name is Brendan Powell. He's from out west here in the United States, and he does some of the craziest stuff you have ever seen anyone do on a bicycle, and he's not even 18, and it looks like he's doing it with extreme ease. The video opens with a triple tail whip over a concrete spine and ends with a triple tail whip out of a concrete bowl, and that's not even the craziest stuff in the video. He does a G-turn to bar spin, and I'm not going to spoil the rest of it. You're just going to want to check it out. I'm assuming it all happened in one day, and I've been following this kid on Instagram for quite a while now, where he regularly posts some of the most insane stuff ever, stuff that's crazier than what happened in this video, and it looks like it's just easy for him. Everything he posts, it seems like it's casual, and it was no big deal, and it's usually something that you'd be psyched to see from like the best riders in the world. And the video did come out from Monster Army, so think whatever you want to about that. I'm just glad that they at least put the video out, so hopefully it gets him some more exposure and some more of the right people can see the video, so that hopefully he can get the help that his riding absolutely deserves. Hopefully we can see more from him in the future, and let me know what you guys think of this kid in the comments down below if you've never heard of him. After that, we've got a video that came out not this past week, but I did miss it when it came out. It's from Jordan Hango, and it's called Live from Vancouver, and it's from Fit. This video doesn't go quite as hard as his winning X Games Real BMX Street section did, but you can't ride at 12 all the time. It is a good all-around street riding video, so if you guys enjoy the riding of the Instagram and social media list Jordan Hango, and you've been waiting to see something from him since his X Games Real BMX Street section, this is the video for you to check out. After that, we've got a full-length trailer for the Madera ABD DVD that's going to be coming out soon. And I don't normally like watching trailers for anything because I don't like to spoil things for myself and create expectations for when I watch it, but I did take a look at this one, and for using the type of music that Grant did in this video, it had like an epic feel to it, and all of the crashes that were in there was all just building and building and building up until the end whenever it had the title in there. And I feel like I could recommend watching this trailer and then watching the full-length DVD when it comes out, because it looks like it's gonna be good. Next up are the two biggest videos that came out this week that you probably have already heard of. The first comes from Odyssey, and it's called At Ease. This one is almost 30 minutes long, so if you want a longer video to watch this week, this is gonna be it. It's got a whole bunch of guys in there, obviously being 30 minutes long. It's got Jacob Cable, Murray Laubser, Hilario Olivos, Chase Krolicki, Jerome Odessa, Jaron Barboza, and Preston Okert. These guys are all great riders, and this video has almost 30,000 views on it. So even though I haven't had a chance to sit down and watch an almost 30-minute long video this week, I'm sure that it's good. And all of the guys in there shred, so if you want a longer one, you know where to find it. After that, we've got a video from Vans called Gray. This one is a trip video from Lima, Peru, and it features the whole squad of heavy hitters on Vans. It's got Dennis Anderson, Bruno Hoffman, Alex Donachie, Simone Baracco, Dan Lacey, Anthony Perrin, and Lewis Mills. What do I even say? You know you're going to want to watch this video. It has also 30,000 views on it, so go check it out. Let me know what you think of it in the comments down below, and let me know what you think the craziest trick of this video is, because there's too many to list or even say. So you know the guys are all amazing riders, so I don't feel like I need to talk about it anymore. After that comes a video from Lady Shredder Angie Marino for Fuse Protection, followed by a video with Dan Foley. It's his 2019 leftovers from Cult. Then Dylan Kakowski's 2020 S&M video that just came out, and then Fit re-released Mike Aitken's FitLife section. I know a lot of you are going to be psyched about that if you haven't heard about it, so click the link in the description below to get your nostalgia fix. After that, we've got some product related news. The first thing to talk about here is also in the thumbnail, and that is that Odyssey has released the V2 of their Grandstand pedals. If you guys have had these pedals, you know that they've been plagued with issues where they come loose after only a couple months of riding them and you can't get them to tighten. That's because these pedals don't have bearings in them. They have a gigantic platform. That is what so many people love about these pedals, but they hated the fact that they came loose only after a little bit of riding, way before the life of the pedal was up. So the pedals were still good, but they were loose, and a lot of people didn't like that. Well, Odyssey has presumably fixed this problem and released a V2 of the pedal. There's a cross section of it that you can see here. I'm not totally sure how that differs from the previous version, but what I'm told and what I was told when we were out in California is that it fixes the problem so that they don't come loose after just a couple months of riding. That's exciting. I've always heard that those were amazing pedals, so I'm sure that there's a lot of you who've probably ridden the V1s that are going to be excited to try these ones out. With these internal updates, they've also released a plastic version of these pedals. So for all of you out there who wanted these pedals but didn't get them because you're too scared to ride metal pedals, or you need to grind on your pedals, or blah blah blah, whatever, they've got a plastic version now for you. That's also something that I saw out in California when we visited the full factory warehouse, but completely forgot about until they made this announcement. So I'm sure that there's a few of you that will be psyched about that. From there, we've got some new Vans to talk about. These are Larry the Cable Guy. I almost said Larry the Cable Guy. Really? From there, we've got some new Vans to talk about. We've got Larry Edgar's signature Vans colorway on the old school pro shoe. They have the BMX soles. They've got all of the things that the other BMX shoes have. So if you want to check these out, there's a link in the description below. And that's going to do it for this week's BMX news video. If you guys enjoyed this video, had a favorite story or anything like that, let me know in the comments down below. Who's going to win Simple Session 2020, both park, street, and women's. Let me know what you think about Hannah Roberts qualifying for the Olympics 4 months before anyone else. And while you're down there, if you haven't, consider hitting the subscribe button so that hopefully we can see you tomorrow for another video. I want to thank you guys all for being here and watching, and goodbye.